A while back, I put out a video that showed how we could overcome one of Microsoft's greatest oversights, which is the inability to natively sort sheets alphabetically, either ascending or descending order. I'll put a link to that video in the video description, or you can click the thing in the upper right if it pops up. But basically, you can see here I have a list of sheets that are not in any particular order. And if I right-click on one of the navigation buttons, you can even see it more clearly here. Well, the video I referenced allows us to add some Visual Basic code and build some buttons like these, sort sheets ascending or sort sheets descending. And so I can just give it a click, and everything is now in alphabetical order. That's all well and good, but what about creating the sheets in the first place? What if I wanted to create a sheet for every day of the week, or one sheet for each month in the year, or as I have here, one sheet for every state in the United States? These lists could be anything. Well, let's go in here and I'm going to delete these state sheets. So now if I wanted a sheet for every day of the week, I could just select the days of the week, and I'll come up here to a button that says Create Sheets from List, give it a click. The range I've pre-selected is automatically loaded, but if you want this to be different, let's say you only wanted Monday through Friday, you could just highlight that and change the input. I'm going to go ahead and select all of them. Click OK, and there I have Sunday through Saturday. Returning back to the data sheet, if I wanted a sheet for every month, I could select the months, click Sheet from List, hit OK, and I now have January through December. And then of course, if I go back to the data sheet and were to select all 50 states, and then choose Create Sheets from List, click OK, and now I have all of the 50 states created. And as I said before, if you only wanted certain states that are together, you could just highlight them, or you could click the first one, hold down Control, and then select whichever states you like. Then when you say Create Sheets from List, hit OK, there are those sheets. Incidentally, if you go back and try to create another set of lists and you include a name for a sheet that already exists, like in this case Arizona, when you choose Create Sheets from List, click OK, it will not create another Arizona sheet because you can't have two sheets with the same name. To add this code to your Excel environment, the first thing you have to do is go into the Visual Basic Editor. We can get into this by holding down our Alt key and pressing the F11 key. In this environment, what we want to do is place this code on a module sheet in what's called the Personal Macro Workbook. To get access to this workbook, on the left side of the screen, we need to locate it in the Project Explorer list. If you don't see this Project Explorer list, go up to View and select Project Explorer. For my demo, I had placed this code within the Excel download file that you can get from the link in the video description. But it's really not best to put it within a specific file, because then that file has to be open at all times. So by placing it in the Personal Macro Workbook, we have access to it regardless of what file is open. You can see over here in my Excel file, I have a modules folder and then 3 module sheets, one called Array Loop, one called Cell Loop, and one called FN Support Functions. It's best to have these 3 modules located within the modules folder of the Personal Macro Workbook. If you do not have a Personal Macro Workbook, to create one, check out my very comprehensive video on the Personal Macro Workbook. Again, link in the video description, or click the little thing in the upper right if it pops up. In the file downloads, I've included 3 .bas files. These are text files with VBA code. We have one called Array Loop, one called Cell Loop, and then FN Support Functions. The Cell Loop code just iterates through each selected cell, creating a sheet for each of the user's selections. Now, I know some of you VBA nerds out there who want to do this in a cooler way might want to build an in-memory array to read all those cell selections into memory and then iterate through the in-memory choices. So I've created an alternate version of this called Array Loop. It does the same thing as Cell Loop, but where Cell Loop reads the cells directly, Array Loop reads the cells into an in-memory array and then builds the sheets from that array. It's an extra layer of complication, but for those who want to do it this way, it gives them the flexibility of doing other things with that in-memory array. This would keep them from having to rescan the file. The FN Support Functions file has a couple routines in here, one to make sure we don't duplicate a sheet, and another to sanitize out any characters that are not allowed within sheet names. So really, you only need Cell Loop and Support Functions, or Array Loop and Support Functions, but you don't need all 3 of these. Now, how do we get these into our Personal Macro Workbook? Well, I'm thinking the easiest way to do this is the fact that I can see the Visual Basic Editor and I can see these 3 files. I can literally select all 3 of these files and then just drag and drop them onto the Personal Macro Workbook. And I have just added Array Loop, Cell Loop, and FN Support Functions. Again, you really only need array loop and support functions or cell loop and support functions. If you double-click one of those, you'll be able to see the fully documented code, explanations for every single step in case you're curious how this works. If you're not comfortable with the drag and drop option, you could right-click on the Personal Macro Workbook and go to Import File, and then browse out to whatever folder you've stored these .bas files. You could then select them and click Open and import them into the Personal Macro Workbook. Be aware that doing it this way, you'll have to import each one separately. You can't import all of them at the same time. Now that we have that VBA code loaded into the Personal Macro Workbook, we can build a button on our Quick Access toolbar. If you're not sure how to do this, check out my video on the most comprehensive guide of the Quick Access toolbar you'll probably find on all of YouTube. Again, link in the video description or click the thing in the upper right. So for this video, I'll go through this pretty quickly, but if you'd like more detail, check out that other video. So I'll go to the little down arrow to the right of my Quick Access toolbar, go down to More Commands. I'll switch this from Popular Commands to Macros, and then you can see here at the top, Create Sheets from Selected Cells Array, or Create Sheets from Selected Cells Cell Loop. That's where you choose whether you want to use the in-memory array or the direct cell read. I'm going to choose the direct cell read, so I'll click on that and click Add. Now that I've copied that from the left side to the right, I'll go down here to Modify, and I'll give this a better name, like Create Sheets from List, and then you can give it whatever icon you wish. I'll hit OK again. You don't need to build a button for the Support Functions module sheet because those functions are called by the other macros. So I'll go here and select my months, click Create Sheets from List, there's the target range, hit OK, and now I have January through December. If I'd rather have 50 sheets, one for every state, I'll select the list, Create Sheets from List, click OK, and now I have 50 sheets, one for every state. And if this list wasn't already in sorted order, you could select those sheets and then go click Sort Sheets Ascending or Descending and execute that other code. I thought about blending the sort routine directly within the Create Sheets from List macro, but I thought some people might not want the list to be sorted, they just want the sheets to be created. As always, let me know your thoughts on this feature. Do you wish this was natively available within Excel? Do you question Microsoft's sanity as to why this feature doesn't exist in the first place? Put it down in the comments. And if you have an idea for another feature you wish Excel had, put that down in the comments and I'll see if I can build something for you. Thank you for watching, and remember at BCTI, the learning never stops.